Hey guys, my name is Marc from jazzguitarlessons.net. Officially off duty today. It is Monday, April 4th. It is 3 p.m. Eastern, my time. Beautiful day. I just published a blog post, and I think it's a really interesting perspective. Actually, I just wanted to shoot this live and say, hey, I posted this blog post. A lot of students ask me this question. Over the years, I've been doing this online since 2009, right? So it's been quite a while, and I have personally cracked the code for jazz improvising. So you have these chord progressions, you have these lines you improvise over, and there's something that happens with your phrasing, and then you express your ideas, and then you can sort of jazz it up with a drummer or bass player, and you can start to interact or get comp for people, right? So there's a whole language that is something that you can learn, and that I did, that I thoroughly enjoy, and I thoroughly enjoy listening to it as well. But here's the point: students ask, all right, you're doing all of this and you're improvising, what are you thinking about? And I think a lot of people asking this question might believe that my answer will be like, oh, I'm thinking about the scales, oh, I'm thinking about this arpeggio. Or they say, do you think about scales or arpeggios? I'm like, neither, both at the same time, right? Do you think about the chords? Do you think about the arpeggio, the chord, the progression, the leading tone, the this, the that? And the short answer is like, well, a bit of everything, honestly, because in a way, I'll sort of tell you the secret at the end of the stream. But the point is, all of these things are sort of tangled together in a big mush, which is, yes, okay, we're improvising at 180 BPM on Stable Mates by Benny Golson, and we are here in the form. So I know where I am in the form. I know what is the current chord. I know which is a previous chord. I know which chord is coming. I know what I'm playing. Like, oh, this is an 8-note line. Yeah. Oh, it's built off of this scale in that key. And it's all happening like simultaneously, like a quantum superimposition of several things. And eventually, as you have, say, a bar or two or three beats in the future, you look at this and you're like, well, once I get to this point in a few seconds, this could be all of this. And the closer you get, you narrow down the amount of possibilities. That's why I like to teach guys and say, hey, make what you play, make the next thing inevitable, right? So you play something that you set yourself up. Sorry about that. I think it's one of my students, actually. So um, that's sort of the long answer. And the long answer to this means that you are ultra aware. And I like to use the analogy of language because right now, I'm a native French speaker, and I've been using verbs and grammars and adjectives for the past, like, few minutes, 2-3 minutes, without being necessarily aware and conscious that I'm doing it. To me, this is more about conveying an idea in this video. So we do this all the time. We don't necessarily think about grammar. We don't necessarily think about all the minutiae of detail. Say you're driving your car, you're not thinking about this muscle in your forearm to steer. You're just going in a direction. I turned left, I turned right, right? So the blog post I posted, about 5 minutes ago, it's on jazzguitarlessons.net/blog. And the short answer is, this is Metheny's answer, Pat Metheny. He's just going, hey, this is what's happening in my mind while I improvise. And the answer might shock you. Sorry, I posted this on Facebook. It's like, oh, the answer might shock you. It sounds ridiculous, but it's shocking. It's interesting to hear his perspective. In a nutshell, he's just having a conversation with himself. He's just playing something and then waiting for that something inside of him to sort of hear it and say, hey, you heard that. What do you want to hear next? That's what it is in a nutshell. Now, don't get me started. I mean, of course, he's got all the scales and arpeggios and technique. He plays super fast. He knows all the progressions and the Pickard fifth and of course, that's the language. But to him, remember that going out and playing has nothing to do with the language. It has to do with, hey, what do you want to hear? What's that you're listening to? I posted a video about this in a blog post in which I say, hey, be careful that the objective of that game of playing music is not to show that you know the rules, right? So Metheny is not going out and trying to show off that he knows all the grammar. He's just thinking about an idea. All right. So that's it. Do you guys? Oh, I disabled the chat on this thing. So if you guys have any questions, just post them in the comment below. It's going to be my pleasure. So go to jazzguitarlessons.net/blog, and I'll give you actually the blog post title is Pat Metheny discusses his homunculus. And yeah, it's direct quote from the master saying, playing is more about listening than about playing. So I transcribed, it's like 3 paragraphs of text verbatim. Go check it out. And of course, I like to work closely with a small group of people. So if you guys are interested, just get in touch or use the link in the description below. You can book a call with me. I do some mentorship on a very interactive basis, and you can go to what's the address? jazzguitarlessons.net. Basically, you can book a call with me. We can discuss. It's on the phone. It's totally free of charge. It's with me, of course, and we can discuss your goals, your shortcomings, what you want to do with jazz. Then I see if you're a good fit. I can suggest you come in one of my programs, either on a mentorship basis or on a subscription basis. On that note, I'm Marc from jazzguitarlessons.net. Improve your jazz guitar playing with a real teacher, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Thank you.